Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. It is I, your host, the wise, the zealous, the completely reliable Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Today I am broadcasting to you from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over at MTGAzone.com. And it is referred to as ORZHOV Midrange. And, the deal is that I love ORZHOV. I love ORZHOV. I think that black and white is a great combination. I think it usually lends itself towards control quite a bit. And that is such a great way to play, in my opinion. It's very Dr. Suckit, right? And this deck, the problem is I haven't been playing ORZHOV lately because it's been kind of stale. It's all pretty much the same cards. You're seeing it over and over again. It's either usually an angel or it's pretty much this same deck. Except for this deck has a slightly different combination that I'm used to and at least one card that I've never seen played before, which is why I said, that's it. High five, we're playing an ORZHOV deck again. So, let's see. So what makes it ORZHOV? ORZHOV is a combination of black and white. What makes a deck mid-range? Mid-range is a deck that, because here's the deal. So it's not the other things, is the way I look at it. Aggro decks come out fast and hard, and you have a hard time fighting against them because you got to be really responsive to their issues. Control decks just sit there and just keep other people from doing stuff. Constantly killing their creatures or countering their spells. That's what control decks do. Well, mid-range are decks that just sort of, they play their cards, they get bigger and stronger as the turns go by. Hopefully by turn 6 and 7, you got your strategy in place and you're able to just dominate the game and win. And so it's the more traditional deck, in my opinion. It's what you think of when you think of how decks should go. You just sort of ramp up, get and put things down along the way, and then at the end, you got a lot of strong guys and you can win. So let's take a look at this deck and see how it goes. We'll try to identify the parts that make it mid-rangey, and then we'll take it out on the track and test it out. At the lowest end, we've got Dread Fugue, which costs 1. It could potentially cost 3 if you wanted to, but for 1, you got to take a look at your player's hand. You could choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. If you pay the 3, it could be you play 1, then it's a mana value 2 or less. But if it's 3 you pay, then you can do any card in there other than a land. So this really just looking at the other player's hand is a great thing to be able to do. I'd recommend playing it as quickly as you can. If you got only 1 mana out, just play it. Being able to know what they have in their hand is a huge advantage. We got Luminarch Aspirant because, it's a deck that plays white. Put it in. For 2, you get a 1/1. At the beginning of combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If there's nothing else but her, she'll just pump herself up. She's always a target, though. People will kill them because you cannot let these things run wild. We got Acquisitions Expert. So this is part of the whole discard strategy. It's one of the things your deck's doing. And when it comes out, you got a 1/2. So she's got a little bit of a big butt there to help you defend. And for each creature in your party, which means up to 5 different things. A party is what? It's their cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. I see, so it's just 4 things. For each of those you have in play, so this is the rogue, then your opponent has to show like that many cards, and then you can choose 1 out of them to discard. So the worst thing is that you're only getting rid of 1 card, but at least if you add more than 1 of those in your party, you'll be able to choose what it is other than whatever it is that they decide to show you. But still, it's a discard. Anything's better than nothing. And she's like that 2 for defense is pretty decent. We got Infernal Grasp, aka the Neck Snapper, one of my favorite cards. For 2, you destroy any target creature. You lose 2 life. Worth it, right? Vanishing Verse. This was so good before New Capenna. Just because, since Ravnica went away, we really didn't have a lot of duels going, or multicolor. But this one, exile target, monocolored, permanent. Anything, man. Anything. It's permanent. You can I guess, I mean, the problem is lands don't have colors, so you can't take them out. Most artifacts don't have colors, so you can't take them out. But you can take out the ones that are colored. But enchantment, creatures, tokens, it doesn't matter. They're gone. We got Reckoner Bankbuster. So this guy is an artifact. He is a 4/4. He is a vehicle, right? Where you have to crew for 3. The big thing about this one, it is really card draw. Because you got that pay 2 mana, tap it, at which point you get to put a token on it and draw a card. And is that what it says, right? Draw a card. Then if there are no charge counters on it, create a treasure token and a 1/1. So you get, at the end of the cycle, kind of like a saga, you get a pilot and you get a treasure token. And that pilot can power this guy, even though he's only a 1/1. So it's like draw a card, and then you get a token and a dude, and you can start attacking with him. So it's pretty decent trade-off. It gets to help you get some cards, and then you got a 4/4 that's easy to drive. The Meathook Massacre. I just found out today that this was the name of a movie from like 1970 or 71, something like that. Meathook Massacre. Maybe it was Meat Cleaver Massacre. Yeah, that might have been it. I was super close in name. Anyways, so yeah, this, don't even look at the first ability. It's really, whenever a creature controls die, opponent loses 1 life. Whenever opponent dies, you gain a life. That's what you should be playing this card for. You want to get it out because this whole deck is about letting dudes die, yourself, theirs, and all this stuff is just winning the game. This is tempo for you right here. If you can also burn your opponent while doing it, great. But for the most part, don't be tricked into waiting on this card. Play it early, play it fast. We got Extraction Specialist. So this is the big exciting card that I haven't seen too much use of. A 3/2 for 3, which is excellent, right? With lifelink, excellent, right? And then when Extraction Specialist enters the battlefield, return target card, mana value of 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature cannot attack or block as long as you control the Extraction Specialist. Who are we bringing back? We're bringing back Luminarch Aspirant or Acquisitions Expert. So it's either Creature Pump or a single discard. You know, this is really who you're going to be targeting probably more times than not. But hey, if they're holding on to something in their hands and you're wanting to see what it is or get rid of it or whatever, this might be the way to go. So these guys will have lifelink, which means that even in their death, more than likely you will gain at least 3 life. So you got that going for you. We got the wedding announcement when this is an enchantment when it comes into play. What does it say? Anyways, at the end of your step, if you attack with 2 or more creatures, you draw a card. Otherwise, you create a 1/1 right human token. And it keeps doing that until you have 3 or more tokens on this guy, at which point it transforms into a Glorious Anthem. At which point then all of your creatures get +1/+1. So usually it's creature. They're all 1/1/1, and then also you got 2 2s. You're able to do 6 points of damage. You can get multiple of these out at the same time. You're generating tokens like crazy, and then at the end, they all start pumping, and they're all 3/3s. It's a fantastic time for everyone. We got Pelakka Predation, which opponent reveals their hand, which is exactly what you want to see. You choose a card with it of mana value 3 or greater, so it gets rid of big stuff. And then that player discards that card. Otherwise, you just use this as a black mana if that's what you need. I would recommend you use it for mana. Don't hold on to it unless you absolutely really don't need it. That's the thing about these. Just think of them as being lands. If you don't need the land, then use them for their ability. Legion Angels. We got 1 there. We got 3 in the sideboard. So if you're lucky enough to get the 1, you'll end up getting all 4. Because as soon as it enters the battlefield, you go look into your sideboard and pull another one out and put it into your hand. So usually it's like you play it, next turn you play another, next turn you play another, next turn you play another. Because these things aren't in your hand, they can't get rid of them. So, I mean, they can get rid of the one that's in your hand, but then, yeah, I guess if they get rid of that one, then the chain's broken. And you'd never be able to get any more from your sideboard. So play it, hopefully as quickly as you can. 4/3 flying, though. We got the Wandering Emperor. This is the pinnacle of white control because you can play her as Flash. And when you do, you can either exile target tap creature and gain 2 life, or you can put out 2/2 white samurai token creature with vigilance that will do a good job of blocking and killing something as long as it has power of 2 or less. And that move only will cost you 1 less loyalty than just using exile target tap creature. Other than that, you can put +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature against first strike until the end of the turn to pump things up. We got Hagra Mauling. So this one is just a black land. Use it as such. If you happen not to need it as a black land, you can pay 4 to destroy target creature. It has this whole thing about the spell costs 1 less if the opponent controls no basic lands. It only happens for like 2 or 3 turns at the beginning of the game. After that, everybody always has at least 1 basic land out. So expect to pay 4. We got Henrika Domnathi, who is a vampire. And as it comes in, it's a 1/3. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you choose one that hasn't been chosen before. Each player sacrifices a creature. Score. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. And then if you're forced into it, transform Henrika, in which case she becomes a flying Death Touch lifelink 3/4. Excellent, right? That is such a good blocker. The problem is that she always gets killed. I barely ever see her get used because you don't let that stuff stick around. If you had 3 mana, and you should have had 4 to put her out, so you should easily be able to have 3. Each creature you control with Flying, Death Touch, and or Lifelink gets +1 till the end of turn, which would include Henrika herself. And the only other people you'd be able to pump with that would pretty much going to be Legion Angels or the Angels from Emeria's Call, in case you got that going on. Everybody else is not really in the whole Flying, Death Touch, or Lifelink mood there. I remember. Oh yeah, here's the Lifelinker. So this is one that you could pump. All right. We got Lolth. We have 2 of them. 2 Lolths. And so Lolth is a Planeswalker. You get 4 loyalty when she comes out. Costs you 5. What you always do is you create 2/1 black spider tokens. Each has Menace and Reach. They are great defenders. They will, and the thing is, she says, whenever a creature you controls die, you put a loyalty counter on it. That's the only way she gains loyalty, is by having your own creatures die. Problem is, she only births out 2 spiders, and you need at least, 3 to be able to replace them. So she's a little on the losing side there. Hopefully, you'll be able to generate stuff from like Wedding Announcement or something to make up the delta. When you have nothing better to do with her, you can draw a card and lose 1 life. That is way better than when Sorin does, in my opinion. So, suck it, Sorin. Lolth's better than you. Hopefully, your spiders can keep her alive, and that way she can keep gaining that life from all your creatures dying, and she can create this impenetrable barrier that keeps you alive. We got Emeria's Call, which is just a white land. And in the case where you feel like you don't need that white land, you can try to pay 7 to create 2 4/4 white angel tokens with flying. And the best part is that all of your non-angel creatures gain indestructible until your next turn, which I have found to be incredibly useful. I just, I always forget. I always forget about it. But yeah, remember that, because, I mean, that's like 2 turns practically, because it's until your next turn. It's your turn and your opponent's turn. And then on your turn coming around is when that indestructible goes away. So these guys are going to be great blockers. They're going to be able to just charge in if they've got life gain and take the damage without dying. There's a lot going on with Emeria's Call. So if you make it up to 7, you have no other use for that white mana, Emeria's Call is a great way to go. We got, Cave of the Frost Dragon. We've got 2, the Eye of the High Tyrant. So there's 3-man lands. We got the Kamigawa white one that does 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. We got the Kamigawa black land that allows you to mill 3 cards and then return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand, which is a great way to bring back Lolth or the Wandering Emperor, depending upon what you need. We got a bunch of plain, just regular basic lands. We got some fast dual lands and some other mostly fast dual lands. Provided you got at least 2 lands in play, these things come out with, untapped and ready to go. Like I said, we already have over here in the sideboard 3 Legion Angels, and that's the deck. Let's take it out and see how well it does. And we're playing against OKKO. OKKO is known as OKKO. We got 3 mana. That looks good. Extraction Specialist with nothing to extract, but we got lifelink, so I guess that's good enough for me. Start off with the basic white land. There we go. That's a nice black land. That'd be good. I need 2 for Meathook Massacre. That's number 2 is only a guarantee right there. All right, Black Mana. We're going to get out a wedding announcement. You are all invited. Save the date. What are we playing against here? Selesnya. We got Vicious Farmhand. I know I've played this deck. Don't remember what it is at this point. That bat. So majestic. He's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, except for his eyeballs. Feed Hubert. Well, I would take you down for that. All right, number 4. Legion Angel. All right, servant, go offer them a drink of blood wine there. Mana value of 2 or less. That's not going to be a token creature, though. Oh, the Horde deck. Oh, that Meathook Massacre is going to go very nice. Very nice, yo. What should we do? Lolth it? Let's just send them in first off. Yeah, it'd probably be nice to have. He goes, yeah, no. Okay, yeah, it'd be nice to get Lolth, so that way when my creatures start dying, at least I'll be gaining from it, because there's going to be a lot of death going on here. I'm always one for pressing my advantages, though. Here's a third guy. Oh, I didn't get a guy out because I attacked with 2 more creatures. I did get a card, though. All right, so I've got 5 mana, and everything. If I pay 2 cards, it's going to cost me at least 6. So we'll just keep it up. Let's draw a card. Oh, the humanity. Nice. Oh, it feels so good to be back in ORZHOV colors here, isn't it? Kind of missed Lolth, but you do. Man, I should just be putting Meathook Massacre out regardless. All right, let's see. If I just go ahead and let's go ahead and attack with all my dudes. They got Menace, you got a double block. You're willing to go for that, huh? Well, then I made a mistake. I was thinking about all of the death that's been happening. I've just been losing out on it. He's going to put out hordes. Then, yeah, we got stuff to do. I gotta remember to pop one of these. Let's just do it. Well, I guess I could have used Infernal Grasp potentially, but I think I could live through it. Ooh. Yeah, let's take a look what he's got there. What is it, 4? No, 3. What are we getting rid of? Yeah, he's gonna play something now. Oh well. Land! Okay. You can suck it, suckerfish. I don't have for that. Okay, let's go to wedding announcement in. I don't have any mana available. Infernal Grasp is not going to help me out if he tries to Lair of the Hydra me or something like that. That's what I'd be doing right now. That dude's got plenty of mana to put into it. Alright, don't lock up as me now. Mouse, let's not lock up on me. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can go ahead and play another Legion Angel. And you know what? I'm just going to chill. I always try to go myself way too fast on this stuff. Keep that Infernal Grasp open. That's exactly what I need to do. Go ahead. Put him out. That's bait. He took it. Infernal Grasp. Oh, I snapped its neck. Well, this has just been domineering. I really hate if you wipe the board right now. That would be extraordinarily bad. There he goes. What? There's plenty of life in it for me. Take action. Alright, I don't have anything with haste, so we'll go with Legion Angel. And we'll take on the Luminarch Aspirant. Leaving us with 3. Let's just pretend we got some mana to do something here. That wasn't necessary. I should just put it on Luminarch Aspirant. Nice. And we win. Victory, victory, chicken victory. And we're playing against I don't know, Billiam. Maybe Billiam? That sounds good enough. Alright, we've got 2 mana, 3 mana. Let's keep it. You know, a single white, a couple blacks. Play it out slow at first. Got Neck Snapper, that's nice. I see an acquisitions expert in my future. Unless I need to snap some necks. Oh no! Well, there's somebody's neck I'm going to snap. You just slowed us down by a turn, that's all. Let me show you this one right there. That's going to happen. Right there. Here we go. All you've done is shown me what you fear the most. All right, here we go. And kill. All right, 3. Let's go after his hand. Give me a look at something there. All right. You're out of here. There's that creepy flower with the skull underneath it. Ugh. Oh, let's see. We'll play this. That gives us up to 4. Luminarch Aspirant just to start pumping dudes. We'll get this guy out. Woink. What does he need? A crew of 3? That's good. No attacks in turn. Yeah, we're going to have to take some hits. What does this guy get you? Here he comes, walking down the street. Gets the funniest looks from everyone he meets. Hey, I'm a blocker. People say I'm blocking around, but I'm too busy blocking. Put anybody down. So let's see. If you block a Trampler and that guy gets killed, the Trampler still does all of his same damage. Getting our layers are being peeled back. That's not cool. All right, we're going to... We're going to put out the Extraction Specialist just so that we can be a jerk. There we go, that's nice. Let's pop it up onto Acquisition Expert there. And no. Now we can block again. He only gets to pick one of them to kill. Extraction Specialist doing her job. Ooh, that is rough. Yeah, I can do it. Everything's gonna die, but I'll do it. Here comes the train. Choo-choo! Legion Angels. There you go. Vanishing Verse is useless. Go get him, thing number 1. Hopefully whatever he puts out, I can totally kill. Come on, no multicolored, no multicolored. And we win! I was looking up there at that man land, but I thought I can kill that thing too. Alright, we're playing Wizard on the Coast. Wizard on the Coast. We've got 1, 2, 3 lands. And ooh, it's a little expensive. 2, 2, 4, 3. Not bad. Let's put that over there. Ooh, okay, we're looking actually deal these. I've got black, black, so let's put this out as a black then. Ooh, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, really what I wanted to get to. That's okay. Acquisition Expert is definitely going next. Acquisition Expert. All right, so Eiganjo, so we can get a wedding announcement. Pika going out as a land. Oh, nice. So we're going to be playing against a lot of massive creatures. Meathooks are going to be doing double duty, so I should keep those around. Henrika will help to take out if to sacrifice a creature. All right, we'll play this as white. Put out our own wedding announcement. Come in all in for the attack. All right, yes, still got to get I got to get my mana up. They keep taunting me. Okay, they're going to pop next turn. We'll see what he does there. If he takes, if he lets his guys get killed, I'll put out Henrika. So I got 2 more black lands potentially still in next turn. Ooh, that's not good. I just got to nip him in the bud, and that's not going to do anything. Those things are going to pop here in a second. If he attacks with both of them, they're not going to get anything. All right, we're going to have to, let's send her in. I'm impatient that way. Next to attackers. We're good. We'll pop for 2. I'm exactly the kind of person you don't want to be going up against when you're playing a horde deck. Because all your dudes are just lunch to me. Nice. Oh, he's going for that, huh? All right. Don't want to lose Henrika out of the deal. If I kill 2 of them, she will die. It says got to block up with 1 because I can't block 2 anyway. All right, we're good. All right, let's see. Ooh, the death. So I can Meathook Massacre right now. And that would kill all of those goofs. Let's just go for an attack now. And let's Meathook Massacre. Yes. 1, 2, 3. This might be a mistake, but he's... all of those dudes are ×3 are really big. Hopefully, this is not enough to kill Henrika. That would be bad. Nope, there was enough. It looks like he's still going after me, though. Oh, that was kind of dumb on his part. Let's see, I got 5. I'm thinking that I need that Hagra Mauling just to take out any giant big dude, like a Ginny Fae that he might have. Come on, wizard. Chikaka. I'm not touching it. I don't want it flapping around. Disgusting albino flying weasel. Chikaka. I'll be touching Henrika. All right, no reason not to put out Lolth at this point. They are strong. You want me to jinx it by saying how well we're doing and how our cards are fantastic? I won't do that. I'll splash in the puddles, though. Chikaka. Bump on his pumpkin head. Turn off his candles. Poke these things in the eyes. They don't seem to care. Oh, he wanted to save his own stuff, though. All right, here is another land. Oh, the humanity. I was a dumbass. Whatever. That was a mistake. Hagra Mauling. No attacks from you. Oh, dang, he's got 2 guys I want to kill. Who am I killing? God, that one's going to be creating tokens and tons of them. This guy just makes things really, really bad. I gotta take out one of them. Do I have the ability? I can put out another Spider Queen. If she attacks, I'll just kill both. I don't have any mana left for it, do I? Cancel. All right. Guess that's our choice. All right, so if I do this, I can now kill it if it attacks. Unless you can pump it somehow. All right, we're definitely going to get some creatures out of this. What is it going to be? 2? You going to attack? He's going for it. So we'll have a third one as well. All right, good. Got him down to 7. We're going to put out another Lolth. Spider up. And let's see if we can thin the herd here. So Meathook Massacre is doing nothing but helping us out. Every one of his creatures, every one of my creatures that dies is death to him. All right, that's good. You're down by 2. That puts you at 2 life. All right, all I got to do. Oh, what are we going to do? Vanishing Verse something? Doesn't really matter. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put out Wedding Announcement. I have a second dude. I got 2 life left. I'm cool. Or not 2 life, but 2 mana. All I gotta do is let these guys die, and we win. As long as he doesn't kill the Meathook Massacre, we win this thing. The problem is these guys aren't strong enough to kill my dude. I guess I can kill my own guy, except for I'd have to be exiling it instead of killing it. Yeah, it dies is the problem. All right, so this is how we play the game. We send in one guy. There we go. Huh. All right, let's put out a one of these guys, just so we can get out a samurai, and we'll end our turn. All right, he's gonna end it here. He's not gonna even go in for the attack. I'd go for the attack if I was him. You got to ride out of here in a blaze of glory. There we go, my friend. Much love. There we go. And we win. Ooh, I didn't realize I had actually survived through that. That sucked. Victory! All right, here we are playing ORZHOV Midrange. Let's see, where did I pick that up from? MTGA Zone. That's where I picked it up from. And it was good. It was really good. You know, I love a good ORZHOV deck. Right now, ORZHOV is generally ruled by ORZHOV Angels. You know, I knew when we were going to play New Capenna that Angel decks were going to be all the shiz. And it is, but then that makes them less attractive to me because everybody's playing them. So it's nice to be able to play ORZHOV again without the Angels. I mean, I know we got Legion Angel in here, but this, and I guess we also have Emeria's Call. I didn't even see that. But this is not really an Angel deck. It is an ORZHOV deck, true and true. It's just a bunch of good white and good black getting together and dealing with what we got going on. So let's talk about what is great about this deck. And you know, it seems like it all just sort of revolves around death, wanting things to die. Why? Because of the Meathook Massacres. Every time that something dies, you know, you either gain a life or the opponent loses a life. And Lolth likes to sit out there and let your own dudes die, so that way she can get more and more powerful, right? She never does. She never does make it up to that -8 the capability. But still, you keep pumping out spiders, right? As long as you got enough dudes to sacrifice along with it. With things like Wedding Announcement. I gotta say, see, the big reason why I thought it was time to play this again is because Extraction Specialist was in here. And I'd never really seen or played with Extraction Specialist before. And I thought Extraction Specialist did very well. What I liked was the fact that you put her out, you can bring back a Luminarch, because Luminarchs get killed. They get killed early and they get killed often. An Extraction Specialist reaches into the pearly grave of death and pulls them right back out onto the battlefield. Can't attack or block, but you know what? Usually you don't with the Luminarch Aspirant anyway. And but you get to use all of that Luminarch power, pumping things up, right? The other thing I really liked about this version, between making use of all that death and being able to do some reanimation there, is I like the fact that we had some amount of discard in there. Just enough so you could take a look at their hands. Now, that's the thing I don't like about Acquisition Expert. You don't get to choose it. They just get to pick what they're going to show you. But Dread Fugue does do that. They reveal their hand. You get to see what's going on, and you can choose which card they discard. What else we got that does that sort of thing? I thought there was another one in here. I don't see it right off the bat. Maybe it's just those two. Whew. Wedding Announcement keeps pumping things out. Eventually, it turns into a Glorious Anthem. Got enough of those out. All your dudes are doing really excellent, which even makes your spiders extra special, right? Wandering Emperor pumping out those samurais. If you got Wedding Announcements, they're even bigger. Legion Angel comes out with all of her pals one after another. And Henrika, just the right amount of these, because Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink, that's a fantastic combo right there. Plus, she has the ability for 3 to give each creature you control Flying, Death Touch, and or Lifelink, +1/+0 till the end of turn, which would be Legion Angels. I think it's just Legion Angels. I guess these Angels too. You know, so yeah, Vanishing Verse. I gotta say, New Capenna, Vanishing Verse is not so good. There's a lot of multicolor land permanents out there. You know, this has the benefit of taking out permanents. So you can take out enchantments and artifacts and planeswalkers and stuff like that. The planeswalkers right now, I mean, there's a lot of multicolor ones out there. It's rough. Oh, there's the other discard right there. And it's nice because it's a land one as well. And we got a couple of those things in. The Hagra Mauling, Mauling, and the Pelakka Predation. You know, both lands. And that's a great way of making sure you have all lands you need. Once you have plenty, you can start using those. I think we got a white one too, don't we? Something that's white? Emeria's Call, that's what it is. Yeah, so that, I mean, I love these cards from Zendikar. I'm sorry that they're going to be gone pretty soon. I think they provide so much value. So anyways, those are the big guys here. I mean, there's a lot of utility in this deck. There's a lot of options. And if you're a control player, I think you'll like this deck very much. So let's see. Let's go ahead and rate this thing up. The question is it competitive? It's a well-built deck. I played it 4 games. I ended up getting 75%. I'm gonna say it doesn't feel like climb the ladder competitive. It's definitely a solid deck. I'm gonna give it a probably when it comes to competitive, right? Probably. Is it fun? And to me, this is a good Orzhov deck. I think it's a fun deck. There's not a lot of like tricksy stuff you're doing, so I'm just going to give it mostly, right? And then lastly, is there a theme? And the answer is no. I don't really see a theme here. You got some angels, you got some planeswalkers, you've got some vampires, I guess. Yeah, it's all over the place. I'm going to say this is not a theme deck in any particular way. So I'm going to give this deck probably a, I don't want to say it, I'm going to say an A minus, just as the combination of everything goes there. Just because it's a good deck. It's just that I'm not sure if it's super competitive. It is good. It's fun without being like being able to do lots of tricksy stuff fun. But it's not a good theme deck. So altogether, it was a good deck. It just didn't blow me away. So, you know, I would say definitely play this deck. It is good. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like it. It'll spark something in you that it didn't spark in me. So anyways, I hope you like this deck more than I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.